So I'm a very big fan of makeup, as you probably can tell after 6 years on YouTube doing makeup related stuff. But sometimes I like to not wear makeup, and when I do this I tend to focus a lot more on my skincare side, so I take the time that I would be applying makeup and do some nice skincare. And this is kind of like a little look that I do with skincare products to make my skin look amazing even though I don't have any makeup on at all. So the very first thing I use is a face mask. This is Mask Magnanimity from Lush. It is a beautiful green shade. So I'm just going to apply a light layer of the face mask and basically look like Hulk, which is fine. What I really like about this particular mask is the fact that it's basically an exfoliant plus a mask as well. So right now I can really feel like the peppermint working because my face feels like tingly and nice, and there's also some honey, so it's quite calming for the skin, but also it has little evening primrose seeds and other exfoliants in here as well, meaning that when I actually take it off I am physically exfoliating my skin. So I'm going to leave this for about 5 to 10 minutes and I'm back and my face is washed off. So moving on to the rest of the face, this is all about kind of building a product to make each individual part of your skin look even more brilliant. So the first thing I'm going to use is the hydrochloric acid from The Ordinary, and I'm just rubbing it all over my face. I just put this all over. This helps to rejuvenate, plump up your skin, hydration, repair, pretty much everything. I have been using this for a while now and I absolutely adore it. I've gone through about 3 bottles of it and I just think it's a really nice way to kind of help plump up your skin. I'm not sure about kind of the long-term effects, but every single day when I apply it, my skin feels amazing. So I generally love it. The next thing is the Skin Defense from The Body Shop. This has an SPF 50. I always make sure that I have a sun cream on during the summer, but especially if I'm going outside with any makeup on, I have to make sure that my skin is not exposed to the sun in any way. When you are leaving the house with makeup on, obviously you've got that extra barrier of protection, but if your skin is au naturel, then obviously your skin is exposed slightly more, and also your face skin is a lot more delicate and sensitive. So I will put that on, and also I will pop this in my bag as well for throughout the day, especially on my forehead, which I don't know whether you can tell, despite my best efforts, I've caught a bit of sun. The next thing I'm going to use is the Ordinary Caffeine Solution, and this is basically an under eye solution, which you literally need 2 drops. You need a drop per eye, and this just helps awaken my eyes. It just feels a lot more awake and a lot more smooth and plumped up. It doesn't really, this particular solution doesn't do anything to reduce any kind of colour at all or any kind of redness, but it just helps make my eyes feel really good. The next thing is the Naturally Radiant 2-in-1 Moisturiser Serum. This is by far my favourite thing from Superdrug, and I'm just taking 2 pumps, mainly around sort of my cheek area and my forehead. The next thing I'm going to work on is basically making my skin look amazing, and I'm going to take State of Grace Oil Block. It's an oil that comes in a block. This is from Lush, and I'm just going to warm it up with my fingers and basically apply it to the parts of my face which I know will get dry. And the good thing about using this is it actually kind of works as sort of like a semi-highlighter, as it just creates this kind of like dewy glow on the high points of my face. The very final thing that I'm going to do is just use a tiny bit of primer. This is the NYX Pore Filler. I have kind of decapitated the top just because I know there is product still in here, but it won't come out the bottom, so I've kind of decapitated it. And this I'm just going to put down the centre of my face. This formulation will help reduce sort of the shininess of my skin, but it also will help control the oil, and it will just make my areas with my spots basically feel a lot nicer, because throughout the day my nose and around my mouth area will basically have a lot of oil because that's where all my spots are essentially, and having something that's kind of like a pore filler primer, it just helps control that. I will say that I look kind of quite red in the face right now. That's because all the product is kind of sitting on here. However, a lot of this stuff will basically seep into the skin and continue working throughout the next few hours, so my face will continually look good throughout the day. I hope you try this beautiful look, and I shall talk to you guys later. Bye!